I always feel a sense of calm when I walk the surface of Telos. The Ithorians are
amazing at wasting the Republic's credits, but now that you mention it, I think I feel it too. Like a weight's been lifted off my...
quiet. There's a large mercenary. If we move carefully along the perimeter, we may be able to get by without their spotting us. We could cross along the shore, or head along the cliffs to the south. I'll follow close.
Time to take you down to size. Whoa, where that came from? Hidden caches. We should be on the lookout for more of these. They could... I hear you.
Take them down. It's over with.
Let's settle this.
Let me handle this. Where that came from? Let's get this over with. Everyone down!
so chinor ta haram bed chok windi. Donina chiwa, kota wind, dorka no chawatama. No so kabakuto, brantaba nin sucho.
Where that came from? Say the word. Time to take you down to size. Time to take you down to size. Let's settle this. I hear you. I hear you. Where that came from?
What's going on? There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're going to have to fight our way there, though.
Why do you say that?
What do we have here? The Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. Corin Fault did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about. Fault hired me to keep everyone out of the restoration zone. A grenade with your name. Attack!
Time to take you down to size. Time to even the odds. Time to even the odds. Just say the word. Know where that came from? Everyone down! Just say the word. More where that came from. More where that came from. I hear you. Where that came from? Everyone
Where are you going? We need to check out the computer console up on the landing pad, not go exploring. Let's go. Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minocs.
I'd say there's probably an illegal landing site somewhere then.
So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet, still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access to the shield network. Here, a small anomaly in the shield network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious. It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region, but nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa. That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago. I don't, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship myself.
That's decided then. We should get going.
There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice. What's going on? Fuse man, poison!
Just say the word.
Let's go.
Just say the word.
Yeah? This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
Just say the word.
Let's get this over with. Yeah? Let's go. What's going on? Yeah? What's going on?
Poison! Time to take you down to size. Time to take you down to size. Where that came from?
Let's go.
Just say the word.
What's going on?
Time to even the odds. More where that came from. This won't take long. More where that came from. Let me handle this. I hear you.
What's going on? Let's go. How do you do that? There she is, one orbital shuttle. That's all a moop. The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so we'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about... What is it? Yeah?
Let's get this Time to take you down to size.
Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wishyot. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatora. Tonata biasdvia. Jicho watana. Great King no.
Hey. You look like you've been standing too close. Whoa.
Tong laldo. Tong laldo. Tong la. Kawanabotay.
Yeah? More where that came from. Get this over with. Let's go. Yeah? Just say the word. What's going on? Time to everyone down! I hear you. Won't take long. Time to take you down to size. Time to even the odds. Time to put you down to size. Let's settle this. Everyone down. Let's settle this. Let's go. Time to even the odds. Time to take you down to size. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Take 'em Trying to take you down the side. Let's
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the shield network. However, the shield network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again. Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints. Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder? Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi, there are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are...
I hear you. Time to more where that came from. Time to take you more where that came from.
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing. Master.
You have grown strong in the Force. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others, turning away from that which tempts you or causes. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger. Ah, then you have learnt. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenge, and I would view the ones you travel with much the same. So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by... Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, you have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed. I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense people come to no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the Academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Djarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing? Why? Because you turned your back. You followed Revan to war against the Mandalorians, the very war that made Revan a lord of the... The Republic asked the Jedi Order for aid against the Mandalorians. Yet that aid did not mean rushing into battle, giving in to aggression. You saw the Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were... There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, so I would never forget. Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it. as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order. It is not yours. It is a symbol of something greater, but I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. No, you lost yourself, and you lost. There was no guarantee that marching to war would... A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay... Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory. You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your... You see shadows where there are none and hate where there is none. You are blind as all... I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my... So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then... Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not... Ah, an accident. Something You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. So you still hold to your flaw. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? Ruin yourself with your actions if you will, but when... The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. Tell me, where... Paragus? What would they want there? They can't... You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith, I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go. I said I was the last of the Jedi. There are others who were once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against... offer your aid after turning your... The Jedi is not something you embrace out... Perhaps. But if you help me, there are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be strong. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there, we can call a council and see what can be done. Then I shall send you on your way.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Why have you approached me? You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force. They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies, your companions, gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge. He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well. I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be... If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know... Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place, and permission to return if... You may ask... The mistress? She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order. We serve the Jedi. We do not question. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed. She has said the Jedi ordered... Atris has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fought. That is unknown to me. I have never observed... Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps... I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you... You may... We serve the... Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true. You are no Jedi. Atris has made that clear. When you went to war, you gave up the mantle. I assume you meant no insult. It is forbidden for us to become Jedi. Even if we possessed the aware, we are here because we are not Jedi. We have taken an oath to never follow the teachings of the Jedi, only to watch those of the Order and carry out Atris's will. Atris believes the new Jedi Order that shall arise here will need to be guarded and watched by those not touched by the Force. She thinks... You may... We share the same father, and we all bear the face of our mother. It is not unusual for the Achani of the same parents to be born so as to... As I have said, it is not unusual for the Achani of the same... If you seek to raise anger in me, you will fail, exile. I tolerate your presence only upon orders of the mistress.
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. This woman who resides here, she did something to you. There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are... Yet there are no students, and this woman, this... Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls trained to... This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were for... Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or... Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by the... Yes, her servants are not Jedi. This... Invade the mud. Very well. Let's... He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost I'm fine, General. Even power has... What is this place? This must be where I had detected the energy readings before. This room, this place. It looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. Of course, General. If you wish, I may travel with you. Very well.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine? We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for. You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to...
General, is there a reason? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one. I don't know, General, but whatever the... I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. I think I can help you out. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal, though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Now, those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that... Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the General? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey, I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just want... Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back. General, need some... Yeah. That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've... Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying tech. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Something else I can help you. If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is... I can't take seeing my work being used by the... But there's nothing I can do about it. Something else I can help you... Why did you... I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every man. Do you know how it felt? I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle... It's always on my mind now. That loss of control. Was there something you wanted me for? I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one. I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with? Sure do, General. Just something else I can... Just working on the ship. General? Sorry. Yes, I moved around for a couple years. Then you understand my restlessness. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have... Sure. I decided I'd do something I wanted to design planet. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project, but Zerka ruined everything. All I wanted to do was send a message. That's the past, though. It's good to be working. Something else I can help.
Yes? Have you come with questions? Very well. What is it that... I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and it seems that at times of stress and pain, if they catch us unawares, then the pain... When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield it. Very well. Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a... Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much... The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Very... The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good. You may have already felt the Shicho. The simplest of the forms return to you as your skill and perception. Others may come with time. It is simple, and its simplicity is strength. It allows focus, a slightly improved chance of connecting with one's opponent. It has no other advantages or disadvantages. Others may come with time, with experience. Very well. Very well. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to... Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now. There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all. In you, all my hopes rest. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between my... Ask. There is nothing wrong with my sight. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time. There is nothing wrong with my eyes, they simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight, but sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask, and I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no Ask. Nothing more than we already know, and anything else I know. There is danger in such knowledge, even if I was...
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it... It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. All right. Huh? What do you... Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you. Ah! You damn Jedi are all the same. Stay out of my... Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past, despite the fact that it keeps throwing... Wanna know why? I figure if you ever want to tell me something, you will. So give me the same... Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hand. Alright? Alright, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rule. Alright? Well, here we are, the Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes. Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around, and so others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive. Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone. We're gonna touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the Smuggler's Moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Dawachosimu poendorakawa ichirendumu moparama kawana abawasi. Yukroren man mapusiti nolara.
Honta nosaka, jita bedwana maticha. Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
Taranamo sibu endasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Bo mababe wanto susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimurota kamsa. Javasko bosabjo, rigiso carvenoxo, mochitosa sagrendeyo. Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha. Tahupo boteño go jucho picha, taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratakmansan, tokosha na chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Dovere nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Dovere nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Gole rosodish, ranta kras mobas.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the exchange or the Hutts might want to peek. Yeah, in all its glory. All right then, let's move.
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we should...
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as... Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the Exchange, or someone willing to talk, none of which are too... Bounty hunters in the Exchange are going to want to shoot you, and someone who is willing to talk is willing to talk to anyone, which means...
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi. The intentions of the thugs of this moon are...
It's up to you. There's bound to be someone in the sector willing to... Then just being here should be enough. People in the refugee sector don't tend to ask too many questions. All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one's super...
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad. It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. And by right, I mean you're wrong. Telling me it'll be fine where it is. What? I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed... Yeah, right now all I'm hearing is talk. Done! Play Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you...
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't... Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step... The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is... We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one plate. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be... Whatever your reasons...
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Forgive me, stranger. Thank you, stranger.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Give... And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with... Good. Mind what I...
Geraktada cemense bengaru rukutoto unde chuchamataso benkisha ma Terewana jun konata della raguno tuna dai rento ronca Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto guru katada fiarato
Sulstan's hearing's pretty sharp, if you couldn't guess from the lobes.
Va te vaka reware sumukon chere nurigrom mone idere riba kono dosa Varinkeshka punsa telanzomenta tasa Der inturunto wakare koe wap gerebu nenso telepachan gors
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. Could be useful for avoiding notice.
Terewana jun konata della raguno tuna Terewana jun konata della raguno tuna dai rento ro kawre kare papanala ranshinga Terewana jun konata della raguno tuna dai rento ro kawre kare papanala ranshinga Der rento ro to wakare koe wap gerebu nenso telepachan gorsadaran dosane gravalan
I hear you.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you.
Was I talking to you? It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the mid... The registry's 34 P7JK. It's got a temperamental hyperdrive, and the turrets can be sluggish and unresponsive against fat. She's also got 2 secret compartments, one in the cargo hold, right near the plasteel cylinders in the back, and the second beneath the bunks in the starboard cabin.
Whoa, he could have gotten that information some other way than owning the ship. Come on.
So, you gonna hand it over now, or are you going to be... No deal. A ship's worth its weight in spice on Nar Shaddaa, and nothing's worth being trapped here another year.
What? It's our ship.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That...
What are you doing? That's gonna trap us here.
I'll be going now. Get you...
Let me shoot him in the back. No one...